want me. You took it all, everything, and now I'm empty. I don't wanna think about you anymore. At times I can't help it. I don't wanna think about you like before, but you let yourself in. My biggest mistake was thinking that I could fall out of love so easily. My worst mistake was thinking that I could fall out of love with you at all. Fall out of love with you at all. Gave you all that I have, but you don't want me. You took it all, everything, but you don't really love me like you said you did.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we got an exciting match for you: NBBC versus Mailbox's Angels. Today I'm commenting with no other than Aiden Bent Pixel.
What's up, Jan? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited to see this match. Both teams are really strong. I think we got a top side team versus a bot side team, and I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, NBBC with the 2-0 start, coming out real hot in season 1. While Secret Thief Squad of Mailbox's Angels, kind of 1-1, not terrible, but obviously not ideal. But hopefully they can kind of split the difference here and make both teams 2-1 tonight. That's definitely what they're looking for.
Yeah, for sure. I think right now all teams are really trying to get together and figure out what they can and cannot do. So the beginning of the season is going to be a little rough, but as we get further into it, those standout teams are really going to start performing.
Absolutely, yeah. But to kick off week 3, like you said, we have a really spicy game tonight. Topside versus botside is going to be really the play here. Although Complexipedia is a pretty strong top laner for NBBC, I think that the carry is going to probably have to come through this bot lane with 0 kills.
Yeah, I think they put a lot of resources into that bot lane, and it has been proven to work. They are 2-0, and 0 kills has just always been performing really well.
For sure. So we're about to get into the draft. As we speak, Project has already happened, so we can kind of talk about that. Although you guys won't be able to see the exact pick, who are watching the stream, we'll be able to kind of talk about that if we need to.
Mm-hmm. But I think draft went pretty interesting, to say the least. I was kind of surprised by the way it played out.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure the viewers will be as well. So enemy waiting. No, not enemy. 0 kills waiting on him.
Up. And they're starting the picks.
I know. Okay, cool. All right, so they're banning first. Should just be the same bans all the way around.
Banning out Red Panda, I believe. Jin?
Yeah, Jin a pretty strong pick right now overall.
Yeah.
No real surprises there. I'm guessing. Well, I already know, but oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say Samira might get taken off the board, but she
No, Samira was not banned or picked this match, which is quite surprising to say the least, considering how strong she's been in the bot lane, being really dominating every match she has been played in.
Yeah, absolutely. Final 2 bans for NBBC, targeting the Killer Ketchup in the top lane, trying to give Complexipedia a little bit of a leeway in the top lane there, try to just to not lose lane, I guess, because I think Killer Ketchup is definitely favored in this lane, just skill wise. And it is going to be him on the Kayle against the Renekton. Renekton, a very strong early game pick against the Kayle. And if he can shut Kayle down, it's going to be really difficult for Kayle to scale.
Yeah, Renekton's definitely going to want to try to get a kill before 6 on this matchup. If they're confident, maybe take an Ignite. I was actually kind of surprised they left up Renekton, considering Secret Thief, the mid laner, is a really big Renekton fan, but they ended up not picking it, and NBBC took it from them.
Yeah, and something very, very important to note here is Kane is on the Mailbox, or Mailbox is on the Kane.
Yeah, it's Kane, very strong this patch. Even literally just got nerfed. His Q got some nerfs this patch, but still, with Gore Drinker being as strong as it is and Red Kane's lifesteal, I think leaving Mailbox's Kane open might prove to be a mistake for this team.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Secret Thief going to be on Diana in the mid lane, answered by Malzahar for Kitaro Rise and Graves for Conquer in the jungle. So second round of bans going through, targeting mostly the bottom lane. 3 ADCs and 1 support gone.
The Vayne ban's kind of interesting. I don't think Vayne's the strongest in this meta, but what surprised me even more was the Xayah. I have not seen Xayah played in I don't even know how many months. And seeing her played in this match is quite surprising, especially with them picking Leona and not Rakan, even though Runeterra had such an impressive Rakan performance last match.
Yeah, Xayah is definitely a questionable pick. It's like you said, it's certainly not the strongest pick here, and it hasn't been played in a long time, and it actually hasn't been played yet in one of these games. Hasn't played really in any of my games personally in a long ass time.
Same.
But yeah, so Senna and Galio, the picks for bottom lane for 0 kills and Rebel Charmer, answered by Runeterra's Leona. And it's so spicy matchup all around. But Jan, tell me who you think won draft this game.
So neither team, I think, has the best front. Like Mailbox's Angels has Leona, and Kane can kind of fill that role. And on the other side, you have Renekton or Galio. But I have a feeling Renekton might be going Eclipse this game. And there's AP Galio has been working really well recently. So I think the lack of front lines is going to make the team fighting super interesting because both teams are just going to be trying to jump on the back line.
Yeah, and kind of to go along with that, it's both teams are very one-dimensional. They go in, but they don't really have a way to get out. Aside from Kayle and Malzahar kind of kiting and stuff, and Xayah is also a little safe, but Diana, Kane, Leona, Renekton, Galio, and Graves all really want to go in. I guess Graves can kind of get out too, but
yeah,
it's gonna be extremely interesting to see how these fights play out. Also, just to note again, Kane is on his signature mail. God damn it, Mailbox is on his signature Kane pick.
Yeah, I think red team. I think is Mailbox's team. Mailbox Angel scales a little better than NBBC with the Kayle, Kane, Diana. The Xayah is definitely going to fall off in the later half of the game where the Senna's going to start really picking up, and the Graves is as well. And then Malzahar, who is going to be able to ult that Kane and really take the Kane just out of that team fight. And that will give Renekton access to the backline. So I actually think NBBC has the slightly stronger team here.
There was actually a similar game last week where there was a Kane on one side and a Malzahar on the other, and the Malzahar played a huge role in stopping the Kane. Because he was literally going to 1v9 the game if they were going to win. Like, he was like the only one who was fed, only one who was really like doing damage. But Malzahar was able to just really press hard on him, quote, outplay him, and just shut him down. And that ultimately led to the game. I forget which teams were playing, but the team that Malzahar was on did win. So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm really excited for this because I know a lot of the guys on both teams really well. And like, I know that there's no like bad blood, but it's definitely friendly banter. So it's gonna be fun to see how this plays out.
What do you think about picking Diana into Malzahar?
I think that it's okay because Diana has a lot of tools to get that shield off of Malzahar. The Q is on such a low cooldown, and all you have to do is get hit by that, and then it's gone. And then you can kind of he's really immobile aside from that. Although Kane isn't really going to want to look to gank him because he does want red this game, I'm guessing. But I don't mind the Diana into Malzahar. I think that she can actually wave clear pretty well too, because Malzahar is likely going to be just trying to shove and roam and help the jungler out.
Yeah, Malzahar's going to have way better wave clear here.
Yeah, I think Diana can match it pretty effectively though, especially when she gets Ludens, which I think is the build. I'm not sure. I haven't played Diana this season yet.
What do you think would happen if the game goes past 30 minutes?
30 minutes. Okay, well, it's definitely going to fall into the hands of Kale. It's probably going to be a Kale versus Senna Malzahar type of game. Because I don't think I think a Blexipedia will get kited out very easily by Kale as long as Killer Ketchup knows how to do that effectively. Kane will scale pretty well, and like he's just kind of disgusting right now anyway, like you said. So he'll be good regardless of what time the game is at. He can get on the back line easily. He can take so much, even with Grievous Wounds on the other side. Grievous Wounds are not very effective against them, believe it or not. But past 30 minutes, yeah, it's gonna have to come down to Kale. Both top laners, as you can see right now, opting for the teleport too. So Renekton not gonna have as much kill pressure on the Kale as we had hoped to start this game.
We're jumping into this match. We're loading in here right now.
Yeah, Conquer also taking Ignite
Smite. As a jungle main, and he's taking Fleet Footwork, I think this is garbage. However, I have played against Conquer with this build, and he may or may not have beat me when I was on my Odyssey Kane. Mailbox is a little better than me, so maybe Mailbox will play it better, but despite the way it looks, Ignite Smite Graves is not that bad, considering he has that dash, he has a W, which not only denies vision, but also slows the opponents.
Also gives Grievous Wounds, which can be extremely game-changing against the Kane.
What do you think? Wait, are you supposed to take Summon Array on Malzahar?
Yeah, Summon Array, yeah.
Okay. Sounds weird. Trust the attack and Renekton top, so he is maybe looking for that assassin build? Because usually Renekton top goes Conquer unless they're building that Eclipse, so he's looking to get the early kills on Kill, even though he didn't take Ignite, which means that the Graves might camp top early.
Yeah, I imagine that early game's gonna be all focused on top side for NBBC. While on the other side, I think that bot lane's gonna be the play here for Kane, trying to get the Red Panda and Rotato ahead. Maybe Secret Thief as well, but I think he's just gonna try to let Killer Ketchup do his own thing because they don't win that 2v2, especially like before 10 minutes ish. So maybe it might just be a farm lane, might just trying to get him ahead, but he needs the stacks to get Red Cane, so he might have to gank top if he wants to get that as fast as he can. And here we go, we're starting to get in on the summoning stage.
I am also on the screen.
Oh, also something to note, Rebel Charmer support for NBBC taking Ignite while Rotato is taking Exhaust, the support on the other side.
I think Exhaust means that Kane's going to be focusing bot side. Alright,
Yeah,
I'm at 7, 8, 9,
Yep.
10. Alright, we're good. Gallo taking Aftershock, which means he's probably going for that tank build. And top DCs, and we pause right away.
Hell yeah.
The classic AVG League top lane disconnect.
Complexipedia has left the game.
And with a Mailbox in the match, who knows what's going to happen next.
All right, well, so they say his computer crashed. We probably got a couple minutes at least.
Yeah, looking like it.
Yeah, okay,
we can talk a little bit more about this now that we're seeing the summer spells. Fleet Footwork Graves, a pretty interesting rune choice. I think a lot of other people have been opting for Phase Rush, but it has been working out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of preference, really. Obviously, like personally, if I were to run Graves, I would take what's that rune? Phase Rush. But you know, actually, now that I look at it, why would he not take Flash or Phase Rush? Now he doesn't really have any mobility at all. I think that it's good to have one of those, but he has neither. So maybe he just wants the extra healing in the jungle.
Yeah, he's just going for that damage. He wants those kills.
Guess so.
Graves is really able to fill the role of kind of a second ADC. Maybe, actually, no, more like an assassin, though. He burst damages pretty well. And with that Ignite, he'll probably be getting a lot earlier kills than we expect. Might be able to even 1v1 the Kayn in his jungle because he'll have the Grievous Wounds on him.
I think he should be able to, at least early, before King gets his form, or at least an item or something. We're seeing ours in the chat, but the game has still not been on pause.
And switching back to it.
All right, back to it. MA, the entire team of MA is going bot side. Probably going to go for an invade through the bot tri-bush. And NBDC is doing the opposite, I guess.
I feel like a lot of these games, this has happened where one team full invades one side and the other team full invades the other side. At least the games I've casted, and I find that so curious. Like, I don't know how this happened, really.
Yeah, just lucky, I guess. So it's gonna be, what kind of jungling is this, Jan? Is this mirror jungling or vertical jungling or whatever?
Oh, vertical jungling, yes, sir. It might be vertical jungling, but I'm worried that the bot lane or the top laner from one of the sides of the team might get caught if they're not safe going back.
Oh,
wow! Red team's leaving while blue team decides to stay.
That is no bueno. If Killer Ketchup can get a ward on the red, then that's
but
better.
Kayn usually is Kayn not starting Raptors? Kayn is starting Raptors, so there's no way they don't check this, right?
Oh, they know, or they should at least.
Just taking Raptors isn't Kayn. He might be going for this light steal. Yeah, he's
I don't think she saw him.
He got the red buff, and he cues out of the wall. Mailbox saying, "I don't care that you're in my jungle. I'm taking everything in front of your face."
And that's 2 camps up already.
The Grace is staying.
Eternal Rises and Secret Thief following. Even Mailbox is getting chunked down pretty low, still taking damage from the Krug. Killer Ketchup also low. Conquered low as well. Everyone's low. What the hell is going on?
This is crazy. The Graves popped the Ignite on someone, and Killer Ketchup is about to die to first blood, I believe.
Doesn't have the flash. Might just be able to run away. I don't know about the base movement speed, but...
Wow.
What a fiasco already. Both. No kills yet, but Graves is down 2... Well, I guess a camp and a half now. He got some Krug, but...
Oh, now there's action going on the bot lane. The unengaging on Senna, but just backing off. Killer Ketchup having to waste that TP. 4 flashes blown in that early skirmish in the jungle.
Conqueror's just doing a drive by mid. Grabbed 1 CS and gonna go head to his red buff.
That is... wow. That was crazy. How no one died there. Even with the Graves on Ignite. They are engaging again the bot side. It seems like they're just getting some poke. I don't know if they win the 2v2, honestly. I don't know if Zaya does enough damage. Graves going for that Scuttle Crab, but Kane's probably going to meet him there.
We're going to have another fight already?
Another fight? But Kayn just smited the blue buff, so now he's going to have disadvantage on the Krug.
Well, actually, if you look at Graves, he doesn't have smite either.
Oh no!
Fight, but this will be a regular fight. Rotato getting taken very low, taken down by 0 kills. Kayn on the backside.
Blood going to blue side. Kayn just maintains his Q. Oh, the flash root, and that's also Secret Thieves down. A double kill for blue side, and they get the risk cutter.
So after a pretty weird start, NBBC is kind of taking charge here early game, up 1,000 gold already.
Yeah, it just the Malzahar got there first because he has so much better wave clear than the Diana, and that's really what turned the fight, I think. And the Leona still had both summoners up.
No trade going off on the top side. Complexity to showing Killer Ketchup who's boss, but Killer Ketchup actually saying, you know what, this is my lane too. We'll chill here for now.
If this Renekton doesn't get an early kill on that Kale, oh, and speaking of it, there it is. really just disrespecting the Renekton, even though he took press the attack, saying, I don't care that you're a silver player. I'm better than you. And he just got proven wrong that rank doesn't matter.
Yeah, rank for sure does not matter, especially in games like this. It's all about execution, and you could be like you could be silver, you could be plat, but it's all about execution here. Whether or not they can get in your head, and MBBC is still up over 1,000 gold already. 3 kills to 0.
One thing I want to mention is that Conquer is not their main roster jungler. He's actually their summer, and he's still performing very well.
Yeah, props to him. Filling up. I know he plays a little bit of jungle, but I'm pretty sure he's a mid main.
I think he's a jungle main, actually. I think he's both. I think he is really flexible in his position. I think recently he's been a jungle main, but he used to be a mid main before.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, regardless, it's not his full main, I guess. So it's still a little less comfortable. Rebel Charmer down here in the bot lane looking for maybe an engage.
They definitely stronger right now, I think.
Yeah, early game Galio.
Barely dodging, re-engaging on the Senna, blowing the exhaust, and Graves is collapsing on there. The Galio doing tons of damage to the Xayah, and now Graves is here. Leona flashes away. Kane's re-engaging. They might be able to turn the fight. Graves getting the heal, just barely living. The Kane goes down too. And I'm guessing the Leona isn't going to make it. Wait. Leona just barely walking away. That was very unfortunate for red side. The Senna healing, so the Graves ended up living. And just the amount of early damage Galio can do to those ADCs really kind of half helped the Xayah, leaving the team fight in blue side's favor.
Yeah, seriously. Graves, after a really rough start, is now damn near even in farm in 3-0 right now on the Kane. So he's a very scary threat already. 3,000 gold lead for NBBC at the 7-minute mark, 5 kills to 0. Secret Thief looking for a play onto Guitar Rise, knowing that he has no mana, but just gonna get some poke and get out.
Yeah, it's crazy how these leads are forming, really just from the early kills they've been able to get. The farm differences are not that large, the biggest one being a 10 farm difference in the bot lane.
And I believe Graves is looking for the Cloud Drake right now. Robert Sharma getting rooted up. Little poke damage.
Yeah, but with Aftershock proccing, not a lot of damage is going to be taken from that.
Yeah.
And they're moving towards the drag, and the Kane's topside. He's giving it up. He's trying to... Killer catch-up is 6 and is bullying that Renekton. Now with the Kane there, he has no second form of dash because he didn't hit somebody. And they get a kill on the Renekton. And probably Rift Herald, if I was to guess.
Yeah, they're just going to opt for some plates here. Regardless, it was a kill for the Kane. Kind of getting back there, and he has... he should be pretty close to form after that first little scuffle.
Yeah, he had an early scuffle, the bot lane scuffle, the rift scuttler scuffle, and then the kill on Renekton. Renekton blowing TP, so he did not lose more than one plate. Kane's taking some jungle farm from the Graves, trying to get the lead back where they can. And that gold lead has actually diminished quite a bit. It's only 1.5k now.
Yeah, so I think that MA just has to slow it down a little bit. Mailbox's Angels. They don't really scale on the bot side, but like Xayah will still do damage late game. Leona will always be useful with the amount of CC she has. But then on the top side, there's the Kale, who will seriously start messing up NBBC.
The tower dive coming on the bot lane. Yeah, not a lot that can be done here. Galio Conquer dying to Leona. Rotato just living as long as he can. Getting the shutdown, almost taking the Sen out too. That's honestly not that bad. Considering everything that was blown by NBBC to get that dive to happen.
Yeah, certainly not terrible, but you definitely want that shutdown to go on to a carry rather than Leona. But regardless, it's still gold. Malzahar gonna TP into the mid lane. try to save his tower a little bit. Something to note about Diana is that she can take towers very, very quickly. So they might have to use that her split pushing power to their advantage come at the later stages of the game.
She does have Ignite though, and taking Ignite and still not being able to get onto this Malzahar means that maybe it would have been better to opt for a TP here. As I say that, she does go on, and that's a Malzahar kill. Well, never mind. The Ignite's working out.
Yeah, Kayn.
Kill on Kayn.
Kayn 2-1. He's already building towards that Gore Drinker, so we're 100% gonna see the red Kayn. As if we weren't thinking that already.
With Conqueror, you can't really go blue Kayn. If he wanted to offer the blue Kayn, he would have went Dark Harvest or Electrocute, but blue Kayn's really just not as good, and their team line needs their team needs a CC, I feel like, in the front line.
Yeah, I agree.
Not going in on that Graves for some reason. Now I feel like it's too late. The Malzahar is going to be there. It's risky. What? Yep. Secrecy's waiting a little long to go in there. Trying to dodge the taunt. Nothing really going on. All these fights aren't working out for red team right now. Trying to get a kill topside, but there's 3 members of blue team there.
Yeah, I think I'm just looking at the health bars right now for topside. I think that Encyclopedia we were really
the entire time didn't even get a chance to ult.
Well, we were really good at saying something and the exact thing happening, or the exact opposite happening right then and there.
Yeah.
Tonight. But what I was gonna say is that I thought Killer Ketra might have outlasted the Renekton, because just looking at those health bars, I'm like, okay, Killer Ketra KO seems to be doing pretty well. Maybe she can actually start to take over the game. But then Graves comes out of nowhere and another kill for I forget that one.
Like I said, he's building it looks like Eclipse, and Renekton's burst damage with press the attack is crazy with his empowered W. The empowered W also stuns longer, and then the lifesteal he gets from his Q, and he gets more rage from being an ult, which means he gets the empowered Q lifesteal and the empowered W damage and stun, means that he can really just blow you up. Especially with the Graves there for just the extra damage to make sure that the Kale couldn't ult.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how that would have gone if Graves was in there, but regardless, NBBC gets another kill for the top side of the map. And
I have a
it's
feeling...
looking a little dire. No, you're good. 50,000 gold lead is almost there again, at just coming up on 13 minutes. Rift Herald has been taken by Graves. They're gonna want to drop that within the next minute, though. Get extra plate gold.
Yeah, it seems like the Graves has just been sticking to the weaker lanes, which was bot lane, and now that bot lane's ahead, he's going back top to make sure that the early game champion in Renekton can get into the mid game against the scaling champion Kale. Dropping Rift Herald mid, Kayn looking topside for his game. Waiting for Renekton to engage, going in on him. Kale ulting, and Renekton just... I don't know about the ult there from Mailbox. Oh, he needed more form points, so actually that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, and while that happened in the mid lane, Tower or Herald was dropped, and now the first turret is as well. Just extending that goal lead. It's now over 4,000, just under 14 minutes, and Dragon is in the eyes of NBBC right now. It's going to be a Infernal Drake, so we're going to have either a Mountain or an Ocean Soul, which we will find out in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, Dragon stacking has been shown to be very good in this meta.
For sure. Yeah, if you can't get some early dragons, it's really hard to come back from that.
And looks like we're having a Mountain Soul, really not as impactful as the Ocean Soul is. So giving that soul up isn't the worst thing, but it'll still make it really hard for Mailbox's Angels to come back. They need to start applying some pressure in other parts of the map.
Yeah, they need to get this. They need to utilize the KO like a lot more. Once team fights Teamfight Sage card starts coming around, I think that they'll do a little better. As long as Kane has his form, of course. Speaking of Kane, he's going to go look for a dive top on the Complexipedia. It doesn't have the ult, and I think he might be dead here. There it is.
Yeah, the thing is that since he's opting for that press the attack assassin build, Kane can just do that to him. And Kane is probably pretty close to form, if not already has it.
Yeah, I think he might have it. But, yeah, he's looking in the back right now. We'll see. But, pretty big gold lead so far, still. Just over 3,000. Kind of cut down a little bit from the tower gold.
Yep,
and
there's red form Kane popping up.
And the gourd drinker is also finished.
That's
gonna be
Sanguine Blade kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that too. I don't know. I mean, I don't really play Kale all that much, but when I do, I always go for a Nashor's Rush, and then into Riftmaker, and then whatever I really need. Normally it's like a Gwyn Sleeve or something. But I have Sanguine Blade. I don't really know how I feel about that. It does give physical
might
damage.
be trying to win the game from split pushing.
I mean, it makes sense because the only one who will... Well, I guess Malzahar can match. But I don't know. We got
I don't think Malzahar can match. We got a fight going on the bot lane. TP going in from Meccan and Malzahar. Double TP here. And Kato flashing away. Kane flashing away. Zaya flashing away. Bias still dies. Kane still dies. Leona just barely walking out.
3 for none. Or 2 for none, excuse me. For NBBC. And Conquer once more. Maybe it will be a 3 for 1.
Yeah, Kato has really nothing. The ult blown, and that's it. Oh! Almost won out. Yep, that's why double TP is so good. They just showed the playoff perfectly. You don't know how many people were coming because you don't have vision of them. So from it looks like 1 TP, you see the Malzahar and Renekton popped out.
Yeah, they do lose mid tower though for that.
And top tower, but I don't think the trade's worth it.
I mean, it's not really if you look at it from like a grand scheme of things. But at this point, when you're this far behind, almost what is that? Like just under 6,000 or 5,000 gold now. You want to take whatever you can. So if you lose a fight on the bot side, you want to get something on the top side, which is exactly what they did. So they're playing this like as well as they can. Kale is still farming up, has a really good CS. About up 25 on the Renekton. And Diana is also pretty strong as well. But yeah, you definitely want to utilize the opposite sides of the map that you're getting abused on, really.
Again, coming in top. Kale does have ult, but yeah, similar before. This time she does get the chance to pop it, but she also has to blow fast. Conquer has to be really careful tower diving there. He went Immortal Shield Bow on Graves. Is that the build?
I'm not totally sure, but we got to
fight right now. Gallo flashing out, a beautiful flash, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I was gonna say there's no way he gets out here. And oh, Leona just missing the outside of her ult. Popping the little Soraka emote before walking away. Renekton's gonna take that topside turret. And even with the Galio kill, the dragon will be up in 40 seconds, so he will be up for it. Renekton's W wasn't up when he E'd in, so he had to flash, but still getting the kill. Onto the altless, flashless kill.
Yeah, it looks like Kale's totally going for on hit now. Has the Noon Quiver as well, going into I don't really know what that would build into him, but I'm guessing it's her mythic item because she doesn't have one yet. But
I think they needed the AP damage from Kale.
I think so too, and no Mailbox. He's going in 1v4.
Yeah. Mailbox really just had a lack of vision there and thought he could get a sneaky kill onto, I guess, the Malzahar.
Yeah, but regardless of what that play was, I guess, first Mountain Drag will go over to NBBC. It is now 3 drags to 0 and soul point before 20 minutes. So we will have a 24-25 minute soul here if they get it right off their spawn. Not fun to play against.
A 5k gold lead for NBBC. They're kind of just dominating right now. The red teams, Mailbox's Angels, is getting what they can here or there, but right now the Shrunectin is just so strong. And because of the build that Kale's going for, it's going to take her even longer to get online, I feel like.
Yeah, Kale, she really needs to get online, but like you said, it's just gonna there's so many setbacks that she just can't really. And personally, I'm not a big fan of the build, but maybe she knows something I don't. I feel like that may not scale as well, but we'll see. We'll see if maybe she'll prove me wrong. Maybe Color Catcher will prove me wrong.
Yeah, right now, only 5 deaths on NBBC, and 0 kills having none of them. 5-0-5 on that Senna, who has definitely scaled enough now to be an even bigger threat. They're going for that. Malzahar used to smite to break the spell shield, getting ulted. He's just gonna die. I think the Kane's, when Kane damages somebody, he can ult into them, but there's a timer on it. I think the timer ran out while he was ulted, and since he couldn't get another hit onto the Malzahar, he wasn't able to ult into it. And this 21-minute Baron from NBBC, Mailbox Angels can't really do anything to stop it.
Yeah, this is turning into a kind of a steamroll game for NBBC. Taking the Baron, like you said, 22 minutes. Trying to tower dive the Malzahar, which I'm not a big fan of entirely, just because of the ultimate, like he showed us down there. And there goes the Baron, 21 minutes into the game, and now an 8,000 gold lead for Natural Big Boys Club.
Yeah, the thing about tower diving the Malzahar is he doesn't even have a shutdown, so even if you do get the kill on him, it's not really worth the resources you're expending.
Yeah, and they see Kane on the bot side of the map, so they're like, you know what, let's just do Baron, which is exactly what they did. It was a really good play by NBBC.
Now they're gonna have that advantage on the Mountain Drake. The Baron will be ending near the Mountain Drake spawn, I believe, but they'll probably be able to push out and get some towers with it. They've been getting towers without Baron, so if they use it right, they could put enough pressure to maybe even end the game. Galliot coming in, Senna flash rooting the Diana. Their team have just been grouping as 5, and Mailbox's Angels have not done that once. Grouping as 4. Yeah. Well, maybe the Kale gets a kill on the Renekton, but at the same time, Kane gets tower dived.
And Renekton does actually get killed by Kale.
Kale gets sniped by the Senna. Well, Kale does not have Kraken Slayer. With that pressy attack, is gonna net her a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Dragon coming up here in 50 seconds. It's gonna be the soul for NBBC. So Mailbox's Angels are probably gonna want to fight for this. Although, like you said, it's not the best soul for their team. But I still think that any soul is better than no soul.
Exactly. They should definitely fight for this. Even if it just stalls out the game longer, the team, I do believe, scales a tad bit better. But with that kill build, I don't know if I can confidently say that anymore.
Well, the Kraken Slayer is definitely gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But and Katara Rice pushed up a little too far.
Out. But they're starting Dragon. Oh, Dragon's not even up yet. They were just playing Visions. So now it's a 4v5.
If Mailbox's Angels are gonna do something, they gotta do it now.
Does have a level on him for the smite. So it looks like they're just going for the smite steal.
Letting the minions push in.
Graves jumping in early. Oh, Mailbox getting it, killing the Grave, getting the Grave shut down, going in onto the Galio getting the Galio shut down too. Now engaging back on the Senna. Do they have the Senna kill too? Senna missing the root. Mailbox staying in there for the full timer. Not only do they lose drag, so they lose 3 shutdowns.
Yeah, that was huge. Absolutely huge for Mailbox's Angels. They cut the gold lead down to about 5,000 now. Cut it by 3,000 with just one fight. And now the Kane is borderline huge.
Yeah, I believe he's building that Death Dance right now. Then he looks like he's going for Manamune. He's going to be doing a lot of damage with that.
Oh, actually gets the Black Cleaver instead.
Oh.
Maybe looking for the Death Dance after.
I find that quite interesting because their team doesn't really have a lot of tanks. Your next team's going Assassin, so the Black Cleaver is, it will make him a little tankier, but I think Death Dance Stage Cage might be a little better play here. And again, Mailbox is probably a little better Kane than me, so let's see how he plays around with it.
Yeah, it does. Although the armor cleave is really good against tanks, and although there aren't very many tanks this game, it does give you a lot of health and ability haste, which is what Kane wants to constantly throw out those W's and just get healed like constantly. So I think it's a pretty good pick here. It's definitely a build that you want to go if you're behind a little bit. Kind of like the safer route. But
you know what's interesting right now? Red team has a level advantage. The red team is up 2 levels. Or 1 level right now. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Thinking about how far they are behind on gold, they're up in levels. Oh, catching out the Galio here. You know, red team's slowly clawing back into this game. That's going to give him advantage on this Baron that's going to be up in a minute now. The Malzahar is split pushing. He doesn't really do a lot of tower damage. And Diana's going to contest it. Nope, she's going mid to take care of the super. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite interesting that they have a level lead. And...
oh, they're pushing up way too far here.
yeah, Runtato having to flash out there. Not the worst. They get the blue buff. Did Kane smite? Did anyone smite?
I don't think so.
No. Good. I thought that Mailbox was trying to get the Graves to smite and waste it before Baron was up.
Maybe. But regardless, it forces a lot of Mailbox's Angels at the back. Secret Thief just under half mana. So he's going to have the back as well if he wants to be able to do like full... use his full potential in this fight coming up, which will inevitably happen. Because they want to... I think that Mailbox's Angels wants to fight before the Dragon's up. Just to try to secure the Baron. But I'm sure that Natural Big Boys Club are fine with trading that.
So yeah, it looks like they're going to opt for the Baron, or this Kale's going to opt for the split.
She does have TP though. She can get in the fight pretty quickly. But
yeah,
it's going to be a 5v5 at some point whenever Kale TPs.
I don't know if they win the 5v5.
I don't think they do either. I think they need to get a break.
Kind of. Graves is getting kind of risky, I think. Oh, looks like they're going for the engage.
And there's the ults.
There goes Secret Sea. Senna ult. Runtato just zoned out of the fight.
But Kale, look at Kale on the bot side.
Yeah, and now they
She's already taken 2 towers. She's cut that gold, like herself has cut that gold down to 3,000 now, just by taking those towers.
And Kane's up, so Kane could go for the smite steal here.
You could. They are the same level. It's pretty even.
Yeah, and no Malzahar ult to stop it. Galio ulting in, making it even easier for the Kane to get this.
Holy shit, this is crazy. Baron got 3,000, 2,000, going for the steal. He's in it.
Malzahar, both junglers smiting just too early. They get the Kane shut down. Kale gets another turret and inhibitor, but now Kane's dead and the Mountain Drake is up.
Oh my goodness. This is... Mailbox's Angels have got to be like shaking in their boots right now. They're like they're so close.
It's so close, and Killer Capture is 16, 17 now, meaning her passive is as best it could be.
She is.
What? They're just gonna melt
massive right
it. They're melting this drag. They have no way to stop this. Secret T is just getting poked out by the Senna, engaging on her. Meltar is ulting her. Now they have Mountain Drake.
now. Yeah, they do have Mountain Drake, but I think Mountain Soul. Yeah. If Mailbox Angels can survive for another 5 minutes or 6 minutes rather, I think that they have a good shot at contesting the Elder Dragon, with Kale being almost over 100 farm up now. Probably has 3 items now too. She is massive, and we need to rely on her big time. She is sitting on 2,500 gold right now, but I think that NBBC knows that, which is why they're trying to push here.
Yeah, they're trying not to give her a chance to back. Leona ulting the Malzahar, ulting the Kale, forcing her to use her own ult. And neither team gets anything. Actually, the Kale re-engages and Conqueror takes advantage of that, executing her. And they're not stopping here. They're going for Runtato too, getting him as well. Conqueror's still going, finally backing off. I think they might just end the game here.
I think they do, yeah. I mean, they have the
wave, bot wave, mid wave's pushing in too.
Yeah, it's 10,000 gold lead now.
Oh, Kane kills the trade. Vernectin might just get double kill here.
Okay, Kane. Mailbox, you've seen it. Okay. We've seen it.
We know Mailbox is crazy.
He totally is capable of doing this.
How crazy is he?
1 kill. 2 kills. It's a 3v1 right now. Can the evil Mailbox clutch this out right here? No Malzahar. Oh, Malzahar does have ult, actually.
They're just hitting in him. It doesn't matter.
Go for the next.
What is the match? Our Natural Big Boys Club taking over Mailbox's Angels. A 31-minute game. Wow.
Yeah, it was a slow, or it was a fast lead, like taken. Like they took the lead really quickly. NBBC did, but then Mailbox's Angels showed a lot of life. Actually, started to crawl back, cut it within 3,000 gold, but it's just the miscommunication, maybe the Baron play, going in too much, getting picked out before the fight even started, was kind of just it ultimately led to that. And my screen is frozen.
Yeah, I had to exit the match. My screen also froze. Wow. Honestly, I think the most impressive player for me was Complexipedia. Holding up against the Kane and against the Kale, and having the second most damage in the game on Renekton, who is supposed to fall off in later parts of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Personally, I think that Conqueror on the Graves did really well. He had a really rough start, but was able to turn around super duper quickly, and he also just scaled super well into the game. So I guess that build is viable, Jan.
Graves, Fleet Footwork, Ignite Smite. Remember, boys, Flash is not required.
True. All right. Anyway, I believe we're ready for interviews.
And it looks like we're starting out with 0 kills. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I mean, that was a good game, hell of a game, exciting.
All right. Who do you think played the best on your team?
Me.
You? I respect it.
My whole team played really well.
All right.
Yeah, I got a question for you. So you guys, you shot out super quickly with the lead. You guys had like a 5,000 gold lead at like 10 minutes into the game or something like that. But then they slowly started to crawl their way back. Were you guys at all nervous at all?
That dragon fight was a little bit okay, because Kitaro got caught out, and I was kind of like, okay, why are you even there? I did get a little mad at my mid laner there, but we still clutched it out in the end. So
right, in the end is all that matters.
Yep.
But yeah, was there a certain point in the game where you kind of just knew like, hey, this is over. Let's just run it down. We got this.
It was over once we got the Infernal Drag. Like I just knew it was good from then. Because really? Kane can't touch me. Diana, we killed that Diana really early, so she couldn't get her own snowball off. So it was pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it was
AD though. So I mean, that's kind of weird. I don't know how that build goes.
Yeah, I mentioned that a few times in the casting. It was I've never seen it before. But personally, I like the AP, but it is what it is. So
I did see the patch notes on the AD KO. It's that it was good, but I mean, I don't think it provided. I can't speak on it. I'm not an analyst.
Right. So going back to draft, you guys let the Kane through. Is there any reason why you did that? Like, did you draft like around that? Did you know that he was going to pick that?
We let him pick the Kane. Conqueror said you can let him. We can leave up all his picks, honestly. Conqueror is really confident into Mailbox, and it showed in this game. Besides his Eve, he was mega scared of his Eve. You can bring him here and tell him that he was shaking in his boots of his Eve.
I have a question about in the beginning of the game. Your jungler and top laner were in the top side jungle for a while. They're just messing with Mailbox. Did you guys want that to go on? Were you like yelling at them, or were you like, nah, just keep going?
No. I mean, I know whatever play. I trust whatever play they do, and if they tilt off, if they lose it and tilt, then it's game over. Because my egos, you know. But
you go ahead.
We was able to get the kill on behind after that. We was able to get the Kane behind. So overall, they won that fight, even if Conqueror didn't win the Red Smite. So I mean, it's good.
Right, absolutely. Well, it was a fun game to watch. It was really fun. We do have one more question. What do you guys think that you need to work on really for next week's game?
Next week game, that's luck of the draw. Ooh, that's gonna. I know they're gonna be hella a competition. I know that.
That'll be fun to watch.
We're gonna be looking out for them. 3-0 versus. Oof. Dane Kim better watch out. That's all I know.
Oh.
If I see him in the ADC role, Dane Kim, you better watch out.
All right, you heard it here first, Dane Kim. If you're watching, watch out.
Better go mid lane against me or else.
Cool.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Zero Kills. We appreciate you joining us here. Congratulations on the win, and we hope to see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Mailbox.
Hi.
All right, so we do have a Mailbox in here. Your captain is currently at the shitter, so we brought you in here instead. All right. So what happened? What's your guys' what are your thoughts on that game?
Bad. I ran it down.
You ran it down?
Yeah, I kind of ran it.
Well, you know, it happens to everyone. But
it happens.
So what we have a question from Enemy actually. Why not Ezreal Lux in the draft? Why did you guys go Xayah Leona? I'm not sure what that
well,
is.
His Leona was open. His Leona was open, and we wanted to pick it. And then we figured we could just ban the Morgana. But I guess they're smarter than that, right? I think we kind of got baited in the draft. They played it well.
I think the Lux question was actually for why Secret Thieves opted for Diana over Lux instead.
Yeah, I got thinking about that, but Lux kind of seemed fine in the moment, but it never panned out.
I have a question. Why'd you guys go for Xayah, who was usually a weaker ADC, into this match?
He was banned out.
Fair.
And
that's true. He had 3 bans targeted towards him.
We didn't have much time, and we were like, okay, well, do you want Xayah? And that was basically the pick. He probably could have went Sivir, it would have been a little bit better, but
right. Well, live and learn, I guess. So you guys talking about your game next week? You guys are You guys are against. Let me find it here, real quick. You guys are against Ultimate Dan, Jan's team, actually. How do you guys think you're gonna fare up against them?
Easy clap.
All right, you heard it here first.
Today's just lofty, man. I got a lot on my mind. Easy claps. I'll come back.
Well,
all right.
I'm not leaving.
Got a response? I'll let you respond.
I'm not leaving up the Kane. Thank you very much. But I will be in your jungle all game. So.
Dude, what was that level 1 invade, man?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Do you think it worked out in their favor or your favor? Because your
Yeah, I was so,
like it worked out in their favor at the end.
it totally worked out in their favor, and I was tilted by it. Why do I get a 2-camp lead on him, and then it still works out in his favor? I guess KO is just so not a champion number one. And I should have gave up my Krugs and opted to go for his Raptors.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
It just was really bad, poorly played. I wanted to fight it. I made a lot of calls early that weren't the calls. If that makes any sense.
Sounds like you guys gotta kind of regroup a little bit, kind of watch the replay, go over some stuff, be better.
Watch the replay. What's that? What does that mean?
What do you mean? Like, do you guys not watch the replay with your team?
What does that mean?
Like,
is that some like new? Is that like some hip slang the kids use nowadays?
No, watching the replay of the game to go over mistakes.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sorry, coach.
Yeah, so what you do is you sit your team down and you look and you microanalyze every time they messed up and you point it out to them and make them feel bad so they do better.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bullying tactic. But I guess Hunter would probably be in charge of that since he's the captain. But anyway, Mailbox, you guys got a spicy game next week. There was a spicy one tonight too. You guys kind of crawled back a little bit, but unfortunately did fall short. Now standing 1-2. Still a lot of time to get back in the top 6 for the playoffs though. So thank you for joining us tonight in place of Hunter. And
okay, don't sweat it. We come in number 1 spot.
Alrighty. Heard it here first. Well, thank you, Mailbox. Best of luck to you guys next week, and yeah, we'll see you later.
No, wait. Say good luck to Jan because Jan's gonna need it.
Good luck, Jan.
You can talk all the trash you want, my friend.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for here. Maybe I can go check on the Jan. Talk about something. I'm gonna do something real quick.
All right. So what I'm gonna talk about is how Ultimate Dan is actually going to beat Mailbox's Angels next week. Believe it or not, our boy, you will lose easy. 10-12, David 10-12 is actually the best top lane in the league, and we'll be proving it this week and next week and every week following.
Perfect. Heard it here first. Okay. Let me, if my computer would load, I want to see the games. Although, what the hell? Oh. Okay. So as of now, we have a game tomorrow, RDT versus BFC at 6:30 PST, 9:30 Eastern time. So yeah, no other games are scheduled yet. If you can schedule your game, captains, if you're watching, please do. You have until Sunday to play your games, and then we can move on to week 4, which seems to be a spicy week, just given what we've gotten so far. But yeah, so other than that, thank you guys for coming out and supporting the stream. We appreciate you all. Thank you, Enemy, for casting, because no one else can do your job. Heart. And yeah, Jan, any last words?
Let's get some hype matches in, guys. Come on, schedule the games. Let's go.
Hell yeah, I want to commentate again. This shit's fun. But yeah, so I believe we're done here. So thank you guys for tuning in once again, and we will see you all tomorrow. Peace.